The Tennessee Titans run game has been dominant over the last 3 weeks, and they're using some specific runs to get it done. I'm going to show you what I've seen on tape in today's film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans. Fans, welcome in to another film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans, your home for Tennessee Titans X's and O's. I am your host, Tyler Rowland. 25 years as a Tennessee Titans fanatic. I've covered the team for USA Today, Sports Illustrated, and I'm a certified film junkie who's hosted the #1 Tennessee Titans podcast, Locked On Titans, for 7 seasons. In today's film breakdown, we are going to take a look at the Tennessee Titans run game renaissance. The Titans run game has absolutely been reborn over the last 3 weeks. They're averaging 136 yards per game after averaging only 80 yards per game through the first 12 weeks of the season. Now, how have the Tennessee Titans been able to do it on the ground? Well, the running backs have run better, the offensive line has blocked better, but the Tennessee Titans coaching staff is leaning on 4 major things to get this run game going. They've relied on pin pull sweeps to the outside zone runs, duo up the middle, and then using an RPO element with the inside zone run to take advantage of defense. I'm going to break down all 4 types and show you my favorite plays of each. Before we dive into today's film breakdown, make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed for year-round free Tennessee Titans film content. Throw a thumbs up on the video, throw a Titan up down in the chat, and with that being said, as we always do, let's step into the film room. The first part of the Tennessee Titans run game renaissance that I want to focus on is the pin pull plays. The Tennessee Titans are doing a great job of getting offensive linemen out onto the perimeter and giving the Tennessee Titans running back space on the outside to make big time runs. And we saw that on display against the Cleveland Browns a couple of weeks ago. I talked about it that week, but the Tennessee Titans were doing a good job of taking advantage of the 4-man fronts of the Browns. They used Ali Udoh as a jumbo tight end here. They're in 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, but one of them is Ali Udoh, a swing tackle, and that gives them a good opportunity to pin Myles Garrett inside. And J.C. Latham is going to pin this player inside. And then we're going to see the Tennessee Titans get multiple offensive linemen out onto the perimeter, and Gunnar Helm has easy access up to the second level, and those 3 guys are going to make pivotal blocks here. But again, pin pull sweeps, pinning the defense inside, and you can see it here, look. Pin inside, pin inside, pin inside. Those are easy leverage. The Titans offensive linemen already had leverage due to the alignment, so they were able to just easily hit them with a down block right here, and then you get your offensive linemen out onto the perimeter one-on-one with defensive backs and a ton of space for your running back. Great blocks right there from Kevin Zeitler, Corey Levin, and then Gunnar Helm right here takes out 2 guys at once, springing Tony Pollard for a massive touchdown. What a run. What a run by Tony Pollard. Need more of that this week against the Saints. Bad run defense for New Orleans. But we see another pin pull run right here this week, and this is from Tyjae Spears, and they do this out of 11 personnel. So you saw 12, jumbo 12 right there, but it's the same thing. Look, pin inside with leverage, pin inside with leverage, pin inside, and then you have right here and right here getting out into the pool. And it's an easy touchdown for Tyjae Spears. Pin pull sweeps. Look at such a good job on those. I mean, you could drive a truck through that. What a great execution of the pin pull sweep to hem in the defense and get guys out on the perimeter. Touchdown, Tyjae. Another example in the Browns game. Again, they really started working on this in the Browns game, but here we saw it out of 12 personnel with a jumbo. Now we see it out of 13 personnel, 3 tight ends, but a jumbo. So this is jumbo 13, okay? And look, they're trying to flatten the line of scrimmage so they can create one-on-one matchups, all right? That's the goal of these flat concepts. Everything we've seen will be condensed, and there it is again. Right there, pin, pull, sweep. Hem them inside, same play, 2 guys outside kicking. It worked to perfection. Bam, good block by Skoronski and Zeitler. Tony Pollard, a 10-plus yard run. Another one against the Chiefs here. A little different. We don't have 2 pullers here. Just a little bit of a power play, but hem inside, Hem inside. Latham actually misses his block, but he's been great lately. Hem inside. And then Peter Skoronski out doing a job. All-pro guard. Peter Skoronski. Boom. Look at that. Pete. Don't do it to him. Bam. And a big run by Tony Pollard. Now we go to the second perimeter run that the Tennessee Titans have been spamming over the last 3 weeks, and it's outside zone. If you want to ask me one big change from Bill Callahan and Brian Callahan's run game with what we've seen, is that the Titans have run more traditional zone runs. They did a lot more power and a lot more gap stuff under Bill Callahan, like pullers and counter and power and stuff like that. But since Bo Hardegree and Mike McCoy have kind of taken over the offense, we've seen more zone runs, and we see an outside zone run going here. And zone is different than man. With man blocking and power blocking, gap blocking, you're going after a specific person. But with zone, you're blocking an area and anyone that comes into that, or you can slide guys however they go. If they want to come this way, slide them up this way. If they want to go this way, slide them that way, and you let your running back pick the open lane. So we see outside zone right here, and Tyjae Spears is able to cut this all the way back. Zone to, influence the second level. And look, just an outside zone run. But look, the Chiefs overflow this way to stop the outside run. And what is Tyjae? And this is why zone runs are so critical. Because in a gap scheme, when you got a puller, there is one designated hole. And yeah, you could maybe make a cutback off that, but it's not as easy. With a zone run, the cutback is intimately part of the design. The cutback is part of the main scheme. And Spears cuts it back here. Look at this good block by Gunnar Helm. J.C. Latham, Kevin Zeitler on the backside moving their guys. And Peter Skoronski does a great job here of holding off Chris Jones from getting a tackle for the loss in the backfield. But look how Spears, boom, quick cut. Now I'm going the opposite direction. And the speed, man. Big 20-plus yard pickup. Huge play. Again, more outside zone. That was out of 11 personnel with 3 wide receivers. Now we got 12 personnel with 2 tight ends on the field. You can go either way, and look at this zone run. Again, the 4-man fronts of the Browns and the 49ers allowed the Titans easy access to the second level, and instead of having multiple guys right here flooding the line of scrimmage, making double teams hard, now it was easier to navigate those double teams because of the 4-man fronts of the Browns and the 49ers. But look, Peter Skoronski with a quick influence block to help Cushenberry reach this guy. Same thing over here with Zeitler and Latham on the reach. We got a one-on-one with Ali Udoh, David Martin Robinson getting up to the second level. Peter Skoronski's about to get up to the second level, and I mean, picture perfect. Look at that. You don't have to deal with the backside guy because it's an outside zone run. Hat, 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 hat. I mean, that is picture perfect blocking right there from the Tennessee Titans offensive line. And Tony Pollard with the room takes advantage. Big time run. Makes a few guys. And look at this. Look at Peter Skoronski right here on number 59. Look at this. Drive. Oh, he's going. He beat me. Drive. Push him out. Push him out. And then look. Look at this. He blocks off 2 other guys. Unbelievable. I mean, Peter Skoronski. I cannot stress. I'm going to do a full video on him, but just watch this, man. Unbelievable watching this man work. See ya. Block you off. Allow Tony Pollard to get another, 10, 12 yards. Absolutely tremendous. Tremendous Peter Skoronski play. Now, we've gone from 11 personnel to 12 personnel to 13 jumbo again. Again, the Titans are trying to flatten the line of scrimmage horizontally to create better opportunities on the line of scrimmage. Okay? If you only have 5 guys on the line of scrimmage and they have 5 guys on the line of scrimmage, you don't have a lot of easy opportunities. But if you have 7 guys, 8 guys on the line of scrimmage and they only have 5, well, now all of a sudden we have an advantage, right? So that's what the Titans are trying to do. And even when they use multiple wide receiver personnel, like 12 personnel with 2 wide receivers, or even 11 personnel with 3 wide receivers, they condense their formations with their wide receivers close to the offensive line to create this same kind of effect, just in smaller, less heavy packages. But outside zone, simple outside zone run. Okay? And again, because the Titans are widening the line of scrimmage, they have easy access. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, one. Nobody's overwhelmed. Nobody's having to deal with two guys at once. Just one-on-one matchups. And let your running back find a hole. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Do we maybe need to bounce out and around? Let your running back decide rather than having a defined hole that can be easily blocked. More zone runs. And look at the cut back by Tony Pollard right there. Beautiful cut. Boom. Now we're getting north and south. And look at this blocking. Cush, Pete, Dan Moore. Right here. Zeitler holding it down on the backside. Excellent blocking. Cut back lane. Get through contact. Push up field for another 10 extra yards. I mean, this is excellent running and great blocking by the Titans offensive line, but they are focusing on plays that can help them. Here again, 13 jumbo, flatten the line of scrimmage. And look at this hole. Look at this gap right here. We're going at that. We're going at that. Now, we've seen a bunch of front side zone runs. Now we're going weak side to keep you honest. Excellent stuff. There we go. Look at Peter Skoronski with a quick influence block. Here, the combo to push him over so that the center can reach. I think that's Corey Levin in this game. Pete pushes him in. That allows the center to reach. This is an easy kick out block for Ali Udoh. Now Skoronski gets up to the second level. Kevin Zeitler gets to the second level. Or that's Dan Moore. Ali Udoh on the backside, back to the second level. Bam. There we go. Hat on a hat. Let the running back work. Get through contact. Get upfield. 10-yard plus gain. Outside zone. Love it from the Titans. The Titans have been having more success running to the perimeter like we just showed with outside zone and with the pin pull sweeps, but their favorite run play is duo. Duo is probably the most popular run play in the NFL. It is a classic up the middle run play where you have, it's called duo because you have two double team blocks. So you're going to have a double team here and a double team here, double team here and a double team here. And again, the Tennessee Titans flattening and widening, widening. That's definitely the word. Widening the line of scrimmage. And against teams like the 49ers and the Cleveland Browns who have four-man fronts, that's going to give you easy opportunities to get double teams. Because think, if you had an extra offensive lineman right here and a five-man front, how is Cushenberry going to be able to easily double team here? You're not going to be able to do that. You're all going to have one-on-one blocks, and that ruins the design of the play. So the scheme of the defense the Titans have faced lately have helped them do that, but great execution. Again, fire off the ball. Here's your duo. Double team, double team, double team, double team. And just classic up the middle run. You got a front side kick out. You're going to get up here to the second level. In theory, after the double team is complete, somebody can move up to the second level here. Somebody can move up to the second level here. It depends on how the double team is executed. But this is the Titans' favorite inside run play. And let's look at the block from J.C. Latham here as he just drives this man down the field to open up the hole for Tony Pollard. Good block by Gunnar Helm, too, to get in the way. Tony Pollard turns his leg for a hard, I mean, we're talking about an 8 to 9 yard gain, and that doesn't seem that cool, but boy, the Titans didn't have a lot of 8 to 9 yard runs early in the season. Again, jumbo 13 is 3 tight ends. I call it jumbo because one of them is an extra offensive lineman. That's jumbo 13. That's my terminology. And again, a little bit of duo up front. A little muddier. And again, Kansas City, 5 guys on the line of scrimmage. So it's a little muddier. It's a little tougher to execute this play, but the Titans still do it nonetheless. So you got a double team right here. Okay. There is supposed to be another double team either right here and then here. But again, the Chiefs smartly bring guys up to challenge the line of scrimmage. Look how they're sending a linebacker in, sending guys up. The Chiefs, or the 49ers and the Browns, did not do it like this. They didn't attack the line of scrimmage, and this is what teams did to the Titans early in the year, which is the reason why their run game wasn't as good. You can't execute duo and double teams at the front when you have this many guys to contend with at the line of scrimmage. Okay, it makes it tougher. All right, but nonetheless, the Titans find a way to execute. Ali Udoh with a great job just taking this man this way. He had inside leverage on him. There was going to be no way that he was going to be able to stop him. So he just takes his momentum where it's going and drives him. Dan Moore and Pete doing a good job right here. Gunnar Helm with a great block. Great block right here from David Martin Robinson. They're doing their job backside. Just really hat on a hat consistency. Boom. And allows Pollard to sneak through again. Not a pretty play, but a great gain, and you got to be able to run like this. These last two plays, the Titans run duo, but they run it with a special little wrinkle. Look how they use Tajay Spears with that orbit motion. But again, double team, duo. Just with a little extra sauce on it. They put a little garnish on it, put a little parsley on it, and look at that hole, man. Boom. Moving bodies. Moving bodies. And we get another variation of that same exact play right here. This is duo with what they call orbit motion. Boom. Double team. Up the gut. Inside run. Setting up the outside runs. And look how Tony Pollard reads it. This is beautiful. Could go here. Could cut back. Could go through here. He picks the left. What a block right here by Dan Moore and Chim DK. Pete, Cush, Seal, bam. Beautiful stuff right here. Beautiful. Now let me show you another little special wrinkle the Titans are using in the run game. I absolutely love this wrinkle that we've seen from the Titans over the last few weeks. They've run it much more successfully. They've run it much more often. This is a classic RPO. All right, there seems to be some confusion. Sometimes people say RPO all the time now. A read option and an RPO are different things. A read option is when the quarterback is reading the defensive end and he can give it to the running back or he can keep it and run. A RPO is a run pass option, not a read option. This is, he can either hand it to the running back or he can throw it out here. And the Titans are doing this in different ways. But again, the idea here is that Chigakonkwo comes out and can be a lead blocker. Alec Iomanor can be a lead blocker, and this can be a quick screen to Chim DK if Cam Ward wants it. Or he can hand it on an inside zone run right here to Tony Pollard. And they have just been hurting teams with this as of late. Look at all the Browns guys held out here, out here, out here, out here. This guy waiting right here. Think about the math. This guy has to be accountable for Cam Ward. These three guys are over here. This guy's still watching because it could be a pass. That's 5 guys right there. So that leaves 6 guys. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the math, in the box, you are expected to be outnumbered. It's going to be 6 on 7. It's going to be 5 on 6. You just have to expect that. But with this, they're able to influence the defense and create advantageous math situations in the box. And Peter Skoronski, Ali Udoh, and Corey, I mean, everybody does a good job, but Corey Levin buries this second-level defender and sets up a big touchdown for Tony Pollard. Again, the RPO tag on this creates a matchup advantage. Look at the second-level defenders fly out of there. They got to respect it. Bam. Easy money. That's wide open. That's wide open. And we see it again right here against San Francisco. Look, RPO tag. Same play. Literally same play without the Chigakonkwo motion. Same play right here. RPO tag. Cam Ward can throw it, but instead he hands off to Tajay Spears. Big run. Big run down the sideline. Explosive run. 10-plus yards on a run is an explosive run. But here you go. Inside zone. Little sweep. Levin right here at right guard. Latham with a kick out. Helm doing his job. Pete with a cross-face reach block. Ali Udoh with a backside kick out. Wide open. Boom. Out the gate. Again, we saw it against the Browns. We saw it against the 49ers. Now we see it against the Chiefs. And look how they do it a little different, though. They condense the formation right here. They're going to have Gunnar Helm and Chigakonkwo out as lead blockers and fake this out to Chim DK. But the handoff right here, again, RPO tag, keeps the defense honest. And look at this guy fly out this way. Look at this guy hold right here. Look at this safety, backside. Look at this guy have to hold and watch Cam Ward. Creates a numbers advantage on this side. Great run by Tajay Spears. Explosive run. Good cutback. Again, inside zone run. Right here, combo block up to the second level. Zeitler free access. Latham just has to square this guy off so that he doesn't get in here. This guy is held by Cam Ward on the RPO. We see guys over here. This guy held on the RPO tag. Beautiful. Wide open. wide open holes. The Titans are crushing people with this right here. And we see the final rep of it right now. Back against San Francisco. Again, the motion. Literally the same play. Same play. Motion from Chigakonkwo. RPO tag. This guy is held. These guys are held. This safety is held on this side. And you got out the gate right here. Easy run. Tony Pollard down the sideline. Easy money, baby. That's a really nice wrinkle from Bo Hardegree and Mike McCoy and the Titans offensive coaching staff. They've really had, look at all these big runs they've got off this. Again, boom. And he's out the gate. Run game renaissance. Titans fans, I hope you guys enjoyed that film breakdown on the Tennessee Titans run game renaissance. They are back, and they're going to need it this week against the New Orleans Saints. Also, went over 5,000 subscribers on the channel recently. Thank you all so much. Have a happy holidays. Have a Merry Christmas. Can't thank you all enough for the support that you give to the channel with Locked On Titans, the Tic Tac Titans YouTube channel, all of that. Again, make sure you get subscribed, stay subscribed. I'm going to have a ton of stuff on the new Titans coaching systems. I'm going to have a ton of stuff on free agents and draft players, and I'm going to have recaps of player seasons like Latham and Skoronski and Simmons and all that stuff on the channel in the next weeks and months. So again, make sure you get subscribed, stay subscribed here for year-round free Tennessee Titans film content. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, and as I tell you every single time, tighten up.